Everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the Age of Wonders 3 campaign, the Elven Court. In our last episode, we continued working our way through Scenario 6, Burn the Shadow, and probably the most important development in that last episode was the discovery of Saridas' actual location. So here's Saridas, and just a reminder, our two main objectives for this campaign are to imprison Saridas and Leonis in our little makeshift jail cells underground. Now, we've already successfully done that with Leonis, who's the leader of the Commonwealth, and we can actually see him there, so that was the other big development. We now have him in our little prison cell, and we're able to, we've crossed that off our list, so now we have to get Saridas to this other one, and then we'll have completed our two main objectives. Now, the only thing we have to wait for, though, of course, is we're sending the Merlin's wand over to Reskar, and we need this item to be in Reskar's inventory, and then Reskar needs to physically attack with a melee strike Saridas to then change his teleport location. Rather than going back to his throne city when he's in the void, he'll end up in our jail cell. So that's kind of the summary of where we're at. It's going to take 3 more turns to get there, and then I'm hoping we can use Reskar's group to go in and attack. However, before I jump into the episode proper, I did just want to give a quick shout out to QKnight45, who left a great comment on the last episode. QKnight just pointed out that one thing I should probably consider doing is defending my underground jail cell area a little bit better, so reinforcing with some extra units, because it's entirely possible that some of the enemy forces will come and try to attack down here, and maybe perhaps even try to break Leonis out of jail, as it were. So I definitely want to keep this area well guarded, and to that end, once I'm done with this Masters Guild here in Brenheim, I think I will then start probably producing some units, or maybe going for some unit production structures like a war hall or a mead house, something like that. In any case, I am going to try to reinforce my underground position. Huge thank you for the excellent comment, and as always, guys, comments and suggestions extremely appreciated. Let's jump into the episode proper and see what we can do here. So, as I mentioned, we are going to focus on getting some units down here, and one thing I think we could do, we've got a group down here at our little fort here, which, I mean, it's fine having them there, but I think I'd rather actually just kind of consolidate. So let's send them up there. It's going to take a few turns to get there, but that's fine. We do have a research choice to pick here. Oh, and really nice, we actually do have some knowledge built up, and so we could knock something off our list here. I wouldn't mind grabbing Off the Beaten Path, even though it's not really that important, but it would just kind of get it out of the way. That being said, maybe something more like, let's see, Panic Attack. That's a rogue's spell. Suffocate, that's an Adept of Air spell. Zephyr Bird, I mean, we already have the Grimbeak Crows, though, so we really don't need this. Urban Cover would be good. That's I mean, we don't need it, but it would be good just to get it done so that we can free up the space for another option. Maybe we'll do Panic Attack, just kind of get it out of the way here. See if there's any other spells that come up for us. This spell is now available, that's good. I think what we might do, though, is produce Assassin and start working on getting some additional units. We're going to skip our production choices here because we really are more concerned at this point about moving our units first, figuring out what we want to do, and then we'll sort out production after, as usual. We can use this crow to do a bit more exploring, knowing that we may end up just getting killed at some point here, but that's fine. And we'll just hang out right there. This group here, we were moving them over to join in, I believe it was with Julia, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see if we can make that happen here. Yeah, the plan was to have them join in, so that's what we'll do. We'll just keep following the road there. Let's see, Sundren and her group. They are now in the water. I wouldn't mind clearing out this Vault of Knowledge, even though it's going to mean that we have to disembark and then embark again. I think it'll be kind of worth doing. This gives us some extra knowledge income, which could be quite useful, so I think we should do it. Actually, hang on a second. What if we just attack with Sundren? There we go. Okay, and you know what? She can fly, so that would save the rest of the stack. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, we'll do it manually. Okay. One of these would be good to get mind control effect on. I just don't know if we're going to have a good shot to do that. One thing we can do here is probably hit them with... Yeah, let's do that. Nice. Big critical hit, too. That's wonderful. And then we'll use our Silver Thanes just to provide defense there for Sundren. Let's move our Assassin in a little bit, but we really don't have to go too crazy here. They're going to step up and hit my Thanes, I'm sure. Oh, they went right through here. That's interesting. I thought this was impassable. Do they have some kind of pass wall ability? They might. Oh, they do! I didn't realize that. Okay, well, I mean, shame on me, I guess, but thankfully we didn't take too much damage. Kind of surprised they didn't go after Sundren herself, but... we'll try this. Okay, that failed. That's alright. We'll do the Assassin Strike, though, and that'll get the kill. Yep. And then, you know what? We can... Let's just cruise around behind with our Impaler here. Nice. Good kill for them. Excellent. Nice, and a big knowledge boost there. And that actually didn't get us enough to finish produce Assassins, sadly. But what we can do now, though, is regroup here. And we can head over and go for this Shrine to the Fickle Mermaid. Now, when we step on this, it's going to restore all of our movements. So I think we should use the main stack to do that. We'll get to see this ironclad warship in action for the first time. Okay, giant turtle. It does have a ram attack, so we just have to watch out for that. We have a mortar shot that we can eventually use, so maybe we'll just retreat back. Ideally, we want to hit them with lots of range damage if we can. Yeah, we'll let them just come to us. Okay, so... I'm going to step up a little bit here. Nice, there's some damage. We can cruise up here. And let's see, can we hit... We can hit with some pretty good damage. Just looking what would be good. Yeah, let's do the breath attack. Nice. And then I think with our assassin, we'll go in. Nice, and there's the kill. That's perfect. You know what? Then let's just retreat back here. And we'll wait for this turtle to come closer. Okay. Sundren has already used a breath attack, but we can probably do... Oh yeah, we can just do some regular hits here, which would be good. Let's see what would be best. Shock bolts, maybe? That's pretty good. Nice, and we got that critical, too. That's great. What does this fire broadside look like, I wonder? Let's see, if we go up here... Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. And then our Silver Thane. Well, the one that's hurt, let's do a Rampage. And then this one, Assassin can get the finish. Nice. Yeah, that was pretty clean. And, that restores all of our movement, which is wonderful. So now the question is, what do we do with Sundren? I definitely wouldn't mind maybe heading down to try to help out Nomlik, who's in a bit of trouble. Lots of enemy units near him there. So maybe we do that. One thing I forgot to mention, Q-Knight did indicate that there is a cave entrance. I think it's around the dragon dwelling over here somewhere. Oh, it's this one here. That apparently the enemy likes to use this to get underground. So let's just take a look. Yeah, and then they would be coming in from this left side. So we just have to be mindful of that. We could even send Sundren down there. Like head over this way or something. Start killing off stacks. Don't hate that idea. Either that or we just go down, we clear this out, we help clear some of these structures around the dragon dwelling. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go this way. We'll keep the ironclad warship maybe... Let's see, where's that? Oh, here we go. We did have a galleon that we were joining in. So let's send the galleon around. Ideally what we'll do is we'll take the ironclad warship and the galleon and have them go together in a stack, and maybe they can even clear out like the sunken city or something. They might not be quite strong enough, but... Okay, so we've got Nomlik's group. I think what we'll do with this stack here is, like, again, I don't think we're quite strong enough to risk this fight. I think what I'd rather do is probably just kind of hang back. We can clear this structure out, maybe. Don't want to get too aggressive here, really. Do this fight quick. Okay. Omlik's group over here. Our elder can do a buff. And Knave can cruise up. We can get pretty aggressive here, honestly. I don't think we have to play this one too cautiously, really. We'll just do a buff here. Got lucky. Okay, so why don't we step up here and just soften them up a little bit. Nice. And then this should be enough for a kill. Perfect. And then we'll just bring everybody else in just to kind of help out. Nomlik himself can cruise up a little bit. Ooh, good kill from... Wow, good kill from Nomlik. That was pretty intense. Okay, so let's let's do a bit of healing here. And then we can just step up. And there's the kill. Yeah, Nomlik's group is pretty darn powerful despite not having any tier 3 or 4 units. Nice, that extra gold is really good. So then I think what we'll do with Nomlik's is, you know, we can even head down, we can clear this structure out. Like, you don't have to do anything too crazy. I don't want to get too aggressive here since we know that they're pretty strong. They've got a large number of units there. Alternatively, we could go back around and start clearing this stuff out. I feel like, though, we should probably focus on trying to get a little bit stronger so that we are able to make an attack eventually if we need to. Reskar, meanwhile, I think we should just kind of hang out around here, try to thin out some of Saridas' units to then make it easier to perhaps try to fight him. But we want to be careful because he's got enough strength that he could actually probably kill this group if we're not careful. So let's do this fight here. Again, the goal here is just to whittle this down, right? We just want to keep thinning them out. So any kind of lone stacks that we can take on without putting ourselves in too much risk, I think we'll just keep doing that. Nice, good damage there. Soften them up a little. Nice. Nice, and we got that swallow hole. That's fantastic when that lands. We'll go for a web here. Very nice. And then we can charge in. Nice. Good work. Ooh, going for that sprint. Okay. Interesting. We'll heal the toad. And we'll go for a flank shot here. Perfect. And now we just have to finish off the webbed unit. Let's see who'd be best to do it. Spider Queen's already good. Let's go maybe do it, or at least soften him up here with the toad. Nice. Good critical hit. Yeah, because the Sky Sentinel here and the Spider Queen are already gold medal, so I figured better to give experience to the toad where possible. It would be nice to take on this group too, but I don't want to get kind of too overextended here. One thing I suppose we could do here, let's retreat back. You know, it'd be nice to get this watchtower over here, so maybe we'll go back this way. We can send this guy over just to maybe hop into the mountains and kind of spy on Saridas here. Meanwhile, this group, we can group up here, head across, take this over. Perfect. And then I think what we will do is just continue along the road here. Yeah, and I'm excited because this group is going to be able to help reinforce our position there with Reskar and give us more units to fight Saridas, so that's really good. There we go. And this is about to become a vassal, which is wonderful. Okay, and we've got Edward's group here with this Orc Shock Trooper who we managed to get from this dungeon, which is really good. Right, and we also got ourselves a flyer, which we're sending over to help Reskar. So Edward's going to go and do this quest, and this Shock Trooper's going to stick with him, I think. Alright, we're going to just double check. I think that's everybody's movement, so now we should be able to just do... Yeah, we can just do our production. We've got lots of gold to work with, which is excellent. So this little city here, let's just work on some production. Get a builder's hall going. We might as well spend the gold. I mean, why not? Tutorak here, we can probably just do... maybe an observatory. Although, you know what? Just trying to see what would be best. Like, expanding the domain wouldn't really do anything for us. That said, like, it's not a waste. It would get us the extra knowledge income, so... Alright, Camerod Brack. Over here we can do another observatory, perhaps. Nibber Ux, let's do a laboratory. And then in Shorg here... fairly newly acquired, I believe. We can get a builder's hall going. Grotzland, nice. And Grotzland is now pretty darn developed. We have this dungeon. We've got a tomb in there as well, so pretty good. Pretty good structures here. We could do an under fortress. What do we already have? We have the Warrens. We have a war hall. That allows us to produce a decent mix of units, including the Butcher, who I really like. One thing we could do, though, is the Beetle Command. Or we could do the Rogue's Palace to get us access to more of our rogue units, which wouldn't be so bad. Let's see. Still got lots of gold to work with. City is super happy. I was thinking about public baths, but really that's not of much benefit. Let's do the Beetle Command. And then that'll end our turn. In the meantime, let's summon another crow here. Let's see what comes up next here. So I'm specifically watching, yeah, there. I was wondering if they were going to move up or something. We might turn around and go and try and kill that stack. Oh, and look at this. Oh my goodness, he's bringing some heavy units down to fight me. This could get kind of ugly. You have to be very careful with Reskar too. We can't let him die. I believe he's one of the quest... Oh no, actually, he's not mission critical. He could die. He doesn't have that quest icon over his head. Oh shoot, Poison Mastery got disjuncted. That's annoying. Alright, well let's see what we can do here. So, Poison Mastery failed. And then Poison Mastery was disjuncted and removed, which is annoying. Oh, this is wonderful. We've got some undead to guard our city now, at least. So here you can see we've got a Archon Revenant Titan Champion. Oh wow, that's very cool. Charge, Unholy Champion, Giant Slayer, Inflict Bleeding Wounds, Projectile Resistance. He's got a shield. Super cool. I really like this unit. Yeah, so that's great. We've got some defense there at least. So items have arrived. Let's take a look. Nice. Edward has that really good shield item now. That's good for him. Got a lightning wand as well for Edward, which is good. That gives him some more variety in his ranged attacks. You know what? I think we might honestly... we should do this quest, and then we should probably turn Edward around. You know what? We're going to just turn this shock trooper around here. Let's just get over here as quick as we can. Alright, Edward's going to do this quest real fast. Need to try and level Edward up so we can get emergency repair. Because currently we have no way to repair our machines, which is unfortunate. So, Flame Tank can't do anything this turn, so we will just hide. Our cannon, however, can do some work here. Nice shot. And you know what? Our Musketeer can get the finish. Perfect. Okay, now can they get to us? Not really. So I think what we'll do is we'll just park Juggernaut there. Park Edward right here. And then we will move over and reload our cannon. Very nice. Alright, so let's see, we want to soften him up here probably. Let's go for that canyon crawler. Musketeer needs to reload, so we will do that. I suppose I could have used the engineer to reload them, but oh well. Hit him with a blind flashbang there. That's pretty good. And then what if we step up here? How much damage do we do? Not enough to kill, unfortunately. There we go. And then... oh yeah, that's going to kill. Nice. Let's just hit him with a melee attack then. Oh shoot, that wasn't enough to kill them either. Whoops. Oh well, it should be fine. Perfect. Alright, Edward took a little bit of damage, but nothing crazy. And then we can step up here. Now let's just hit him with the blunderbuss. Nice. And then, ooh, go for that. Nice, and the critical and the kill and a level up for Edward. That's exactly what we needed. Now, I don't know if he gets access to it right away or not. In the Terror at the Mine. We'll take this knight, sure, absolutely. And we will send this knight on over. Try to get to the fight here. Alright, let's take a look at Edward here with this level up. Unfortunately, he doesn't get emergency... Oh, he does. Excellent. Okay, we'll grab that first. There we go. Now he's got it, and he can start repairing his machines, which is exactly what we needed. Perfect. Okay, what else do we have here? Some joint offers. We released the undead dwelling as a vassal. Oh, nice. Okay, and we've absorbed the dragon dwelling. We want to probably start developing it here. What are our options here? We could go for the Burrow of Gold. That would eventually give us maybe the Golden Dragon, which could be pretty cool. We are good, which would be the right alignment for it. You know what? Let's do it. Oh, and they are going to get aggressive here. Okay, can Nomlik get there? Oh, not quite. Well, maybe we'll head up and try to play some defense. Feel like otherwise we might just lose this. You know what? They're just going to try and capture it, probably. Well, one thing we should probably do is summon units to help Reskar, who's going to be in tough here. Because look at all this coming down to fight him, right? I mean, I think we're strong enough to do some decent fighting, but I don't really want to risk it too much at this point. Thankfully, we have reinforcements on the way here, which is great. You know what? We can even... There we go. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to group up with our reinforcements here. Like this. Like that. And then they can go right here. Perfect. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little stack here. And that wand should be arriving in 2 turns. So we might have a chance here to be able to go after Saridas directly before all his reinforcements can get entirely here. But that'll remain to be seen, I guess. We are going to summon this unit here, though, and do some scouting. Kind of head over here. Ooh, it would be nice if we could get this watchtower. That would give us a ton of extra vision. We are going to get Poison Mastery going again, because that's obviously very useful for us. Nice, and we have a planar gate now. Of course, we still need to research Succubus and then Shadowstalker, so that's what we're going to go for now. Okay, our throne city here... Oh, you know what? Let's skip all this like we usually do. And we'll do our movement first. Okay, so Bormak up here has been clearing structures. He can head probably down this way. We already checked out over here and we got a bunch of gold, which was awesome in that underground. And then we'll just keep clearing stuff out, getting more resources. You know what? I think I could even do this in auto combat, probably. Yeah, no problem. Get a wolf. Sure, I'll take it and use it as a scout. Actually, we're... Oh, and you know what? We're right here with Julia. I kind of forgot about that, to be honest. Okay, so what are we dealing with? Here's Phi Dural. He's got a kind of mixed bag of units guarding his fort there. Nothing... Or guarding his city, I should say. Nothing too crazy, though. You know what? Let's do this, and then we can have more units in the fight. Yeah, I think we've got a good chance of winning this one here. We've got our tier 4 units, so we should be okay. Horned God, that's the one. The name was escaping me. Ooh, smiting our wolves. That's an odd choice, but okay. I feel like that's kind of a waste of that spell, but... I guess I shouldn't complain. Yeah, we'll just move our units up here. We don't really have to be too cautious. Spider Baby, if we can keep it alive, would be kind of nice. Try and get it to evolve, perhaps. Julia can throw on a Root Spears. Let's just go after Fidoral himself. Ooh, stoning. Okay, RIP our wolves. Good news, of course, being that they soaked up that damage for, you know, instead of one of my other more important units. Alright, let's see. Can we hit a lightning? Ooh, we can. Probably right here. Nice, good work. I'm honestly pretty content to just let them stay right where they are. Alright, we will just kind of hang back. Like I said, I don't think we need to be too aggressive here. Ooh, they are smiting us, though. Oh, our poor spider. Oh, well. Okay. Well, we can step a little closer and do some good damage here. There's a good kill. Horned God can advance slightly. I think, like I said, we'll just keep playing it pretty cautiously here. No need to get too crazy. Ouch. Yeah, I'm happy to just kind of play it cautiously here and just keep whittling them down. Nice criticals. And some good bow shots here. Ooh, that'll be the kill. Nice. Cold spawn we can probably just finish here. Yep. Very nice. And then I think we should probably go after the flyer here. Nice. And Julia is pretty good. I think we'll heal our hunter. Yeah, that's good. Right, and then between our different bow shots here, I think we'll probably get the kill. Yep. Man, these Elven archers are unbelievably strong. It's just crazy how good they are. Those longbows. Not quite the finish. You know what? Our Horned God can step up. And maybe we even go here, and then we let Julia get the finish. There we go. Ooh, ouch. So Julia took some punishment, but thankfully it's nothing too crazy. We can kill Fidoral, and then we can really hit this flyer for some good damage. Nice. We'll bail out Julia here. Perfect. And then I guess we might as well get the finish with our Horned God. Perfect. Yeah, that went extremely well. And we sent Fidoral to the Void. We can capture his city. And you know what? Given its location, I think I would rather just release it as a vassal so that it defends itself a little bit. Perfect. Meanwhile, Bormak up here, we can clear this out and then jump across the water to help Julia out a little bit. Alright, so we will go like this. Let them run, absolutely. Ooh, look at this. Dark Elves Striders. You get shock protection, cave crawling, shadow walking, lesser shadow walking, I should say, and wrapped in shadows. Projects an aura of projectile resistance which affects this unit and all adjacent units. Wow. With the same owner, of course. Well, let's see who needs some boots. Bormak has some very stylish high heels. Julia could use them. Sundren has some not amazing but still decent shoes. Edward doesn't have any. Nomlik has good pants. Reskar has decent stuff. You know what? I think we'll give it to Julia then. That would be ideal. She's also close by, which is good. It'll take less time to get there. Now, you might be thinking, maybe it would have made sense to give Julia the high heels, given that, you know, they'd probably look better on her than Bormak. But I still think that was a good choice to send those Dark Elf boots to Julia. Alright, so level up for her. Probably just some buffs for her units, honestly, at this point, I think. Why don't we do Spirit of the Land? There we go. Alright, so then where do we want to go from here? I think probably just keep going after all the cities, really. Try and find Fideral's throne, maybe. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's go this way, then. We have to be a little bit careful. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, yeah, with Sundren, we're going to make landfall here, and then try to regroup with Nomlik a little bit, I think. So we'll go right here and then wait. Meanwhile, we can send this galleon up. The Ironclad warship, and now we've got a bit of a naval stack here that we can use. That's pretty cool. Okay, the flyer is heading heading over to group up, which is excellent. This little guy can just stay put. Grimby Crow here, I think, was the one that explored underground. Let's just go explore some more up here, see if maybe we can find some more gold or something like that. You know what? We might as well do this. There we go. Now we've formed 2 full stacks. Meanwhile, these cold spawn, we're just sending them up to the city here. This Arbalest unit. We can go guard our new city, maybe, until it releases as a vassal. This stack, we're just following along in the footsteps of Julia. And that's going to do it for our movement. So now we can do our production choices. So for our throne here, we might as well just keep focusing on getting closer to a palace, I guess. Let's do a public baths. Meanwhile, in our Draconian city here, already got the level 2 planar gate, which is great. So maybe we just hold off on production. Just seeing what else we could do. I mean, this isn't cleared out. It'd be great to get this in our domain, but we just don't have the have it cleared out, so it's not really worth. Yeah, I think we'll just hold off. Just do merchandise there, and then that'll end our turn, so we'll stop it there. So let's keep an eye on all of this mess that's coming down to cause us grief. Okay, they're going to take our vassal, I'm sure. Yep. Not really unexpected. I'm hoping if they kind of break up a bit, we can maybe take advantage of that. High Elf Iron Maiden. Interesting. So it looks like they're kind of moving back this way, honestly. Alright, and we're going to have Poison Mastery back up and running, which is excellent. See over here what's going on. I'm expecting this one to go after my dragon dwelling. Of course, I probably should have defended this, you know, knowing that there was all these enemies nearby. Alright, let's see. Interesting. Wow, okay. They're playing more defensive, I guess. Maybe they're just scared of Nomlik. There's some of Leonis's units. We are at peace with Leonis, remember. let me just double check this. So does that mean... So Leonis we're at peace with. He's still in an alliance with these other units, or the other opponents here, so they won't attack him, I guess, which is good. Alright, let's do our spell here. Excellent. Poison Mastery, that's going to help a little bit with more damage. Ooh, we've got an alliance proposal. Let's check that out. Absolutely happy to have another vassal. Plenty of joint offers. We're going to just ignore those. Oh, nice. And those boots arrived for Julia. That's excellent. And, ooh, her torso gear is here, too. That's good. Nice. So she's got Unholy Champion now, which is really good. So let's just cruise on up while we're over here with Julia, and let's see what we can see. Yeah, this should be easy enough for us to take. Not really well defended. And is this his throne? No, it isn't. I thought that was a little crown, but it's just the tower. Just zoom out here. Yeah, we'll have to keep fighting into this area to find the throne, I guess. Alright, well, let's just engage here. This will be slightly more annoying because they've got quite a few ranged units here. They got a Flamer, they've got a Chanter, which... Oh, okay, it's not, doesn't have a ranged attack. The Cold Spawn does, though. Hatchling, Flamer, yeah, so this will be a bit more annoying. That being said, our ranged units obviously are exceptionally good, so... Probably just... make sure our units are split up enough. Oh, and we have healing with this shaman now. That's wonderful. That's thanks to getting to that gold medal rank. That makes such a big difference. Plus, with Julia having healing as well, it's very, very good. All right, we'll let them hit us one more time here. Nothing we can't handle here. It's just going to be annoying. Okay. So far, so good. All right, let's step up and start whittling them down. Okay, and we know what we can get the finish here. Nice, there's a kill, and we wounded the other two there really well. Cold Spawn can really take some punishment here. And there's going to be the kill. Excellent. Oh, you know what I should have been using? I forgot about her projectile resistance buff. Should have been using that more. We don't want to put her in too much risk, though, so we'll hold her back. Although she's going to get firebombed now, I'm sure. Yep, there it is. Oh, and we're at gold medal rank, which means we can summon this boar. That's awesome. We might pull this... I think we're going to pull this hunter back just to make sure we don't get killed. Although, that being said, we could probably just... get the kill there, and I think we'll actually be fine. Okay, there's some good damage, and then we should be able to get the finish here, I think. Yep. Perfect. You know what? Julia could ride over and give us a hand, I'm sure. Or, you know what? Let's just charge in there. Oh, I wonder if we can summon the boar over the wall. That would be kind of cheeky. Oh, we can. That's hilarious. Very cool. Okay, and then Julia can step up here. You know what? We'll leave her right where she is. No sense doing anything too risky. that's fine. Boar's getting the kill there. That's just helping me out anyway, so we'll drop a big heal there. And then we might as well break this gate down since we're in the neighborhood. Step up and do some work on these chanters. Perfect. Boar's done its thing. Julia's done her thing. Let's drop a heal on our nourishing, or on our horned god, that is. Alright. Now it's just these chanters left. Nice kill from our horned god. Ooh, and there's some good damage and an entangle. And then our taunted boar did the rest of the work for us. Well, that's excellent. So there's another city that belongs to us. And this is another one we can do as a vassal. You know what? Let's just keep on rolling here. We've got momentum. We might as well just keep moving. Okay, Saridas won that battle. As I said, the joint offers we're just going to ignore. Oh, nice. And we've acquired this city, which is great. It's a very cool little location for this town. So why don't we do the Builder's Hall, just kind of get it going a little bit. Oh, you know what? We will just double check. Yeah, we've still got movement, so let's make sure we take care of that first. For aquatic stuff to clear out, there really isn't much. So I think we'll head up here and go for the Sunken City. Now, we might not be quite strong enough, but we can at least take a look and see if it's worth even thinking about it. Okay, we'll make landfall here and we'll kill off these spiders. Oh, nice. Let them run, sure. Mystic Archer's Bane. It's a shield item with projectile reflection. I don't think we really need this, so I'm just going to sell it. You know what? I do want to clear out this watchtower just to improve our vision a little bit. It should be a fairly straightforward little battle here. We're just gonna do this one quick. So Sundren can just blast here for some good work. Move up and get the kill. Nice. Then on this side, you can just park right there in defense mode. We might as well go up and do our assassin strike. Perfect. Ooh, going for that sprint. Flank shot. Double flank, nothing we can't handle. And then I think Sundren has healing. Yes, she does. So we can step on up, drop a big heal. Step around behind, do a big flank there. And there's the kill. And there's the kill. Nice, okay. That gives us just a tiny bit better vision, which will help just ensure that we don't get... We can see things coming a little bit better. You know what? Let's head on down here. We can clear out this. Ooh, and you know what? I shouldn't have done that. There we go. I moved Sundren without moving the stack. That was almost a big mistake. Thankfully, it was no big deal. Yeah, you know what? I think with Edward, we're going to just send him over to the main front lines of battle here. Especially since we know where Saridas is, we might as well just converge. There it is. Okay, now, how long till that wand gets there? I'm thinking it's one more turn. Yep. That is pretty exciting. Currently, we could... Saridas is not well defended. So we should actually be able to clear that out. And perhaps send him to our prison. So let's see. Maybe we can clear this out quick. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, nothing too crazy. Be nice to get this ogre, but we don't have a way to do any mind control on him. We could try and get these animals, perhaps. Not the worst idea. Spider baby. I'm gonna go up and attack the spider baby. There we go. And I'm gonna just tie up these spiders here. Oh, nice. We just straight up killed them. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna go after the frog, and that's what I expected. And then I can drop a big heal on the frog. The toad, excuse me, giant toad. We could step in behind and get a devastating backstab. Very nice. Rusty Disc of Defense and a little bit of extra knowledge. Don't think that knowledge is enough to make a difference here, so I think we'll just sell this. There we go. All right, now for Nomlik. I guess we just have to think about what do we want to do. I think we just play defensively here, really. We can wait for Sundren to kind of get back here. Maybe we just go hang out on the shrine there. We'll just kind of stay put. Like I said, I don't think we really need to get too aggressive here. Right, they're just going to stay put. Bro's going to do some more scouting. Ooh, that is kind of not very nice. Are those production resources? Ooh, they are. Wonderful. Barracks or a harbor? Well, let's do the barracks. Doesn't really matter. Neither of those upgrades is super exactly what we want, but that's fine. I mean, they're free, so I'm not going to complain about that. These little guys are going to just keep moving up here to try to have something down here to defend if we need to. Not that they're going to be of much help, but there we go. That gives us much better vision. We'll head back in here. Okay, Bormac up top. Let's clear this out. So we'll use the ferry to do that, because we're going to try to embark probably next this turn if we can. We don't want to use all our movement. Okay, so just some Skeleton Lord undead units here we got to deal with. This should be fairly straightforward. Alright, we're just going to tank the damage with our Thanes. No problem at all there. Go like this, and like this, and then just give them the business. Perfect. A little more business here. Excellent. And then we'll just step up and sit in defense mode. And we should be good. Nice. And then Bormac's just going to throw on a quick heal here. There it is. Step up here and do some work. And you know what? I'm happy to just stay in defense mode. Let them kill themselves by attacking me here. Perfect. Right, excellent. And that gives us a little more vision up here, which is always good. And then, yeah, we can embark now, which is great. And then we can follow Julia through her little route here. This little guy is just going to keep on moving. Meanwhile, this stack is able to grab some haste berries and then can just keep on cruising as well, which is great for them. Shock Trooper might as well just keep funneling over towards Reskar here. I think that's all of our movement, so now we can just do our production choices. Nice. Okay, Brenheim is now ready to produce some units here, I guess. Maybe we just do... We already have a prospector. Get a bard. Alright, Livalix, this is our draconian city. We'll just do merchandise for now. Emerald, Rack. I'm happy with merchandise. I know we got lots of gold, but do another Grimbeak Crow. We're gonna end it here. Boy, I sure hope he doesn't retreat. Saridas doesn't bring these units back to his base. If he stays like this, we might be able to... Oh, yeah, he's retreating. That's smart. Oh, except his positioning isn't optimal. Oh, there, it's... Okay, now he's a little better. Still, though, I don't think he's strong enough. I think we could probably take him. Because it's not going to bring all these units into the... Oh, and he's sending some up north. What is he doing? Oh, Saridas himself is retreating. That's pretty sneaky. Zorn is sending his units down to attack my little scout here. Oh, shoot. I was thinking we could try and end this right here by getting Saridas, but he's running away, so it's going to make this more challenging for us. Okay, what is going on over here? Oh, look at this. Wazul is coming after Sundren, it looks like. Well, that could get kind of dangerous. Okay, we have Merlin's wand now. I almost wonder if Saridas could tell that I have the wand or something, because he picked a great moment to run away. Try to keep our eyes on him here at least. So there he is. Boy, it would be nice if we could get to him this turn. We can't. We can go and take his city, though. Alright, so let's engage this fight here. Why not? Oh, nice. Tribute. Gold or a small army? I feel like the army's not going to be strong enough to do any clearing around here, so I think I'll just take the gold. Join offers galore, but no... Ooh, we have a quest available. Tell me more. Want to give me a human herbalist. We have to end the terror at the mine, and I don't think we have anybody around, so I'm going to decline this one. And I don't want to divert anybody to doing that right now. So, I think this might be a bit of a cliffhanger to leave it at here. Maybe we'll take the city, and then that'll be the final... Actually, no, you know what? I like leaving it right here. This will be where we'll leave it. I think we're in pretty good shape. We're just hunting Saridas at this point. If we can get to him with Reskar and that wand, I think it'll be all she wrote. So, pretty good for us, I'd say, at this point. So we're going to save it here. Call this episode 38. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.